everyone, welcome to our channel, and as you might already know from the title, today we're going to talk about in-text citations and references. I hope all of you all have watched our previous video on the basics of academic writing where I briefly touched upon in-text citations and references. If you haven't, I'll leave that in the link of that in the description box. Please go back and watch that full video and then come back here to learn more about in-text citations and references. So a referencing style gives you a set of rules that you should follow when you are referring to others' thoughts, works, or ideas. So if you have references or you have sourced information from somebody else's work, you need to give credit for that in your paper or in your manuscript. So referencing style sets a set of these rules that as an author or as a writer, you would need to follow so that you can give credit to the other author's work that you're referring to. So referencing is extremely crucial in academic writing. For it to be a successful paper or a successful manuscript is so that it can avoid plagiarism in any possible manner. When talking about references, we have something called as in-text citation. So what is in-text citation? So it is giving references within the text or within the body of your paper or your research article. So when you have references or when you have referred to other people's work, you need to give credit to them. And how do you do that? That is through in-text citations. So an in-text citation would alert or direct a reader to the references that has informed you to form your basis, ideas, or proposals. Ideally, your in-text citation includes the last name of the author, followed by the year of publication or the date of publication if you want to be precise. And in some cases, if you have referred to a particular page or a particular page range, you can also mention that particular range. So ideally, we might have in-text citation within brackets. In some cases, we also use a superscript. So if you have an in-text citation, say if you have referred to a particular quote or a paraphrase, and ideally your in-text citation would go at the end of that phrase so that a reader can directly correlate between what is referring to what. So if you have a quotation or a paraphrase or a summarized version, then your in-text citation would go just after you finish quoting it, that is before your period or full stop. And if you're using a superscript, we have these numbers as the superscript, and the corresponding full text citation would appear in the bibliography or the references page that you place at the end of your research or manuscript. Each source that you use to create your paper needs to have reference or evidence. So to avoid plagiarism, you need to cite your references at two places, in text and in the references section. So let's see how an in-text citation looks like through an example.
So what you see on the screen is an example of in-text citation. So in the body of your manuscript or your paper, this is how an in-text citation would look like. So here you see we have made use of quotes. So this is the process of directly quoting your source. Also note that after we are quoting it directly, we have mentioned the author's last name, followed by the year of publication within brackets. So this is how your in-text citation would ideally look like.
Your in-text citation should be simple. It should only have the author's last name followed by a comma and then the year of publication. Do not forget to include the year of publication, and also note that we're using the last name of the author and not the initials. So having in-text citation kind of signals the reader that you have made use of references, that is you have made use of data from an existing source that supports or amplifies the statement that you are making in your paper. Also, whenever we have in-text citations, those are brief. The extended or the full text citation would appear in your bibliography or references. So to correlate or to establish a correlation by the target reader, it is essential that the first word of your in-text citation matches the first word of the citation in the references section. So for the example that we just discussed for in-text citation, let's see how the full text citation would look like.
This is the example of in-text citation that we just saw, where we have used the author's last name and the year of publication at the end of the quote. Now, when this particular citation is mentioned in full in the references section, this is how it would ideally look. So, as I said, the first word of your in-text citation should also match with the first word in the full citation. So here the author's last name, Denham, is again similar, or it matches the word Denham in full citation. So this is how your full citation in the references section would look like.
So as was discussed in our previous video, we stated that you can cite using three ways. We can have direct quoting, we can paraphrase, we can summarize. So let's look at some examples of a similar citation, how it would be done when you're directly quoting, or you're paraphrasing, or you're summarizing.
Three ways of giving credit to the source. We can either directly quote, we can either paraphrase, or we can also use a summarization technique. So let's see how a direct quote would look. So here, this is how a direct quote looks. So here you use Dodge followed by the year of publication, states that, and then you use quotes to directly quote how the author has explained in his or her report. So also note that after you have finished quoting, you mention the page number of the source. Next, when the similar thing is paraphrased, this is how it would look. So in paraphrasing, you're again mentioning the last name of the author followed by the year of publication, but you're not directly quoting. The whatever you have inferred from the direct quote, you're paraphrasing it and putting it in your words. When you're summarizing, you again just put the last name of the author and the year of publication at the end. Here you're just summarizing, you're not even paraphrasing. It's whatever you are kind of understanding or comprehending from the author's initial meaning. That is what you would summarize and write it in your own words.
Now, you might have heard of people using styles such as the APA style or the MLA style to frame the references and the in-text citations. So how do you do that? Let's look at some of these examples of APA style and the others. And also, before you go into your academic writing or before you start writing a report, always check with your academic institution as to if they are particular about a specific style to be followed. Because these do matter in terms of report writing or thesis. So let's now go check how some of these examples of styles and different kind of referencing would look like.
We would look at the examples of some of these styles. We'll see an example for the APA format, ACS format example, and IEEE format example. So going with the APA format, this is how it would look. So the sky is blue, followed by the last name of the author and the year of publication within brackets. So when following APA format, this is how your in-text citation would look. The same thing when written in ACS format, you see we are not mentioning the author's last name or the publication year here. We are instead using a superscript. So the number 1 used as a superscript here would correspond to number 1 in the references section where you give the full text citation. The same thing in IEEE format is again the sky is blue, within square brackets you mention 1, and this number 1 would correspond to the full text citation of this in the references or bibliography section.
So if you're new to academic writing, you might get confused over which particular style to follow or what particular elements or attributes to consider when following a particular style. So generating the full text citation can get complicated. So I'll tell you a brief, simple tip that can help you auto-generate any particular style of reference.
So to get your full text citations for your references section, go to Google Scholar. So once you open the Google Scholar page, you can search for whatever papers or subjects that you're looking for. So for example, I've been looking for a paper based on symptoms of schizophrenia. So when you search that, you get all your scholarly articles on this particular topic. So how do I get the citation or the full text citation in any of my preferred styles through these? So do you see these arrows here at the end of this related articles? So you click on that, and then just below the description you see a star and then those quotes. So you click on the quote and you have your cite ready here. So say for example you need the citation in the APA format, you just click on that, it gets blocked, you copy and paste it in your references section. So it's as simple as this.
So I hope today's video was helpful and you learned a lot about in-text citations and references and how to use these different referencing styles and why they are so important for any kind of academic write-up. So if you are not sure or unclear about anything, do leave it in the comment section and I shall definitely answer your queries. And do hit the thumbs up if you like today's video. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell icon. So I shall finish the video here. I'll be up with a new topic the next time. So see you later and thank you for watching. Take care and bye bye.